guys, welcome back to this YouTube channel, and today we have a new episode. We have a guest, and guys, continue subscribing, sharing, and click the notification bell, and God will bless you. Let's welcome our guest. Our guest is ready, and thank you for coming, Brian.
Welcome.
And let's start with the discussion. First, our viewers want to know your full names, where you come from, your hometown.
Well, I'm Brian Dongo from Nyandarua County, Nyandarua West County, Galanje Ward, Kamukunji Village. First born in a family of two.
Your other sibling is a male or female?
She.
Is a she?
Yeah.
And where did you start your school life?
I started schooling at Kamukunji Primary School. Then that's where I was for the 8-year course. I did my KCP there. Then due to unavoidable circumstances, I had to sit the exam again in the mwaka ingine. Then by as fate would have it, I was given a scholarship to study the graduate that I had repeated at Falling Waters Academy. That's a school in Nyahururu town. And I did the KCP again there. It's like not a master as a priest, but I maybe serve God in other avenues. But if God speaks to me that I have to be a priest, trust you me, I shall serve you in church.
And other than political science, what else do you do in life?
Well, we have an organization back at home, a youth organization, that's Hearts of Hope, which is an organization of youths from students also, by the way. It's giving back to the society organizations. So far we have had 3 phases of activities that we have done. We started operations last year in September. Then on our first phase we issued pads, sanitary towels to more than 500 pads were given out to more than 100 girls and women in our locality. And on our second phase we gave out foodstuffs to the disabled members of our society. And on our third phase we were at a certain home to help one of us.
And what's your great motivation to do charity work?
My greatest motivation is like
what drives you?
It's because I know what it means to lack, and I wouldn't wish to see somebody suffering when I can maybe help. It pains me so much.
When you say you know the yani unaelewa mtu kulak, you told us you have an organization back at home. What drove you to start the organization?
Well, we started.
What was your main aim to start that organization?
We started the organization to give back to the society, informed by the decision that on our first phase we dwelled so much on the issue of sanitary towels, owing to the fact that at that particular time that we were starting our operations, we had so many girls at home because people at home and issues of teenage pregnancies were at the height. And one of the reasons that we are cited as the cause of the hike in teenage pregnancies was that the girls could not access sanitary towels and they would fall victims of sex predators and people who want to take advantage of them because they need pads. And to try to change that vice, we saw it better to come in and give these sanitary towels, as most of the girls were not getting them from school as it was the case then. Plus also the issue of campaigning for menstrual hygiene and dignity in general.
That's good. That's a good job.
Yeah.
And as you stated earlier, you said you started the organization because you know that. Have you been in a situation when you have lacked? What have you lacked that made you?
Of course, I wouldn't say that I have been in such a situation, literally, but sometimes you just observe and you see people, the kind of suffering they undergo. Also, maybe in festive season, you find somebody, each and every person home, you know, having that festive seasons, and yet you have that person who is at home, and he or she doesn't have something to use, so that still informs that
And what position do you sit for in that organization?
Well, I'm the board chair and my CEO is right here.
I'm honored.
Yeah.
Glad to see this. I understand you are a political science student.
Yes.
Who is your greatest motivation or your role model in politics?
Well, without a doubt, Moses Kuria. That guy inspires me so much, not because of how he plays politics, but because of the consistency he has in bringing out his agenda. Like if he says it's issue A, he has to push issue A to the end. Plus, he's also a guy who has what it takes to drive politics.
And he is very vocal when sometimes he uses vulgar language. What will you say about that?
Of course, people choose what to consume. You may choose to consume the language he takes or the message he has, but I choose to take the message.
Choose to take the positive part.
Yeah.
And the next question is, what is your greatest motivation in life? And what motivates you to push on?
Well, what inspires me so much is that I feel poverty, and I'll do anything possible on this world not to be poor. I'll fight poverty and eradicate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what advice would you give to anybody wishing to join campus?
Welcome to campus. Don't shelve your ambitions to come to campus because somebody told you, because here you'll be pressured with lots of assignments, lots of stuff. You just pursue your dream, come, choose your most preferred course that you want to do, and then just come here and know what brought you here. Because in campus, you have four groups of people. Yeah.
Do you mind telling us the group of people?
Well, I don't mind. I can tell. We have number one. We have the people who came here to study. They are the majority. We have a group of people who came here to waste their parents' finances because they have at home. They have nothing else to do. They are here because of their parents. Then we have the third group, people who came here to get wives and husbands. They are here. And then we have the last group, number four. We have the people who are here because they have to grow. It's a process of growth.
So you're advising the new students not to come here and look for husbands, and so they should not date.
Well, not so, but know what brought you here. If you came here to study, study. If you came to get a wife, please get the most beautiful one. For a husband,
And the most and the most hardworking one.
and the most hardworking one, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what advice would you give someone
Yeah.
who wants to join politics in Kenya?
Well, don't just join politics because you have a loud mouth or you can draw crowds to your people, but just join politics because you want to help. Because we make a mistake of forgetting that leadership, it's not a position. Leadership, it's a process to better the lives of others. If you have what it takes, do that. And please, if you don't have, stop joining politics. Get something else to do.
And those who join politics to benefit themselves and get funds to develop their homes.
Well, it depends on the motive you have. You may get to politics and you decide that I'm going to just enrich myself. And you may also get to politics because you want to change the situations at your home place.
If you were to meet Moses Kuria today,
Yeah.
what would you tell him?
Of course, number one, I'll tell him that I love his politics and he inspires me so much. Number two, I'll tell him not to bow down on his cause because he has a huge following on people who are looking up on his decisions and people who says that he represents them. So for him stooping low to certain issues, it would be a demoralization on the people who he inspires. And then on number two, I'll maybe tell him, maybe on the issue of language, please mind the language kidogo.
And guys, now we have come to the section of the 5 quick questions of Fraciah and Perpetual. And now, I guess, I hope you are ready.
Yes, I am.
And the first question: what's your best food?
Best food, as a matter of fact, I don't have.
Hai,
For sure, I don't have.
hakuna yenye unakulanga unasikia ai leo.
Well, to some of us, we are the people who eat to live, not live to eat. Yes.
Okay, I hear tuseme pass.
Yes.
And what color do you prefer wearing?
I would say
Yaani
black.
ukiwa umevaa hiyo color unasikia
Complete. I would say black.
black
Yeah.
from head to toe.
Not like, oh, of course, a mixed match, or not like you will clash the colors. Like you will have maybe a black and,
Not a yellow.
Of course not.
Are you dating, Brayo? Are you dating?
Of course, I'm dating, and I'm happy.
Would you mind telling us the name of your girlfriend?
Well,
Ndio tumtag hapa.
I hope she will even watch. She's Damalis.
Make sure you share with her.
Yeah.
And who is the most prominent leader in Kenya ama in your county when you shall have one-on-one discussion about politics?
Well, maybe I would say back in high school during the 2017 political campaigns, there was this, I would go to church and see. Then currently she's the women rep like Kipia County. And then I would be so much jovial, yani hugging and maybe saying hi, it just inspires me so much to get into politics. Yeah, actually
Minji.
I love her politics. Mama and Simba.
And what would you say about the story of our deputy president being denied his security guards? You being as a political analyst.
Well, I would say as a country we have more issues to dwell so much into, and that's a non-issue. Like we have issues of terrorism, issues of cattle hustling and stuff. We should not dwell so much on one person's security. Plus himself, he has said it that it's a non-issue, and he is satisfied with the AP officers at his residence.
And do you love traveling?
Well, ni fair inakosanga.
Na ni wapi huko unasikianga natamani sana kuenda?
Well, it's Samburu County.
What's fascinating about that place?
Well, I maybe would have said this. I love culture, like how those people, they seem to preserve their culture so much, the positive culture, because we have the primitive ones that they have been attributed to. But plus, as a matter of fact, sometimes back before I met my girl now, I had a crush over there. So she was inspired me.
What happened to the crush?
Of course, because we were in high school, and in high school we were not allowed to couple. So I just swallowed my crush and I didn't tell her.
Oh, you just went there.
Yes.
And thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And may God bless you. And guys, that's the end of our episode today. And Brayo it has been a good experience to have you.
Yes.
And he's quite challenging. And maswali zingine yameruka Yesu kipetero and that's for today, guys. Continue subscribing and and thanks guys for watching till the end. God bless you so much.